This is 7th grade, Chapter 4 review. Indicate the answer choice that best completes the statement or answers the question. Number 1. Use a problem-solving model to solve each problem. The ratio corresponding sides to two similar triangles is 3 to 8. The sides of the smaller triangle are 8 centimeters, 11 centimeters, and 14 centimeters long. What is the perimeter of the larger triangle? Perimeter. Three to 8 is your ratio. And you need to add up what the perimeter is for the smaller triangle, which is 8, 11, and 14. Okay, because this is the perimeter. When you add that up, put it on top, right here, and you're going to find x. Okay? So add it up, find the perimeter. Perimeter goes there, and then do your cross product. Solve for x. Number 2. A rectangle has sides that measure 6 meters by 10 meters. What happens to the perimeter of the rectangle if the length and width of the rectangle are doubled? Explain your reasoning. A, the original perimeter is 32 meters. The new perimeter is 16 meters. This is 1/2 times the original, so it's 1/2 times 32 equals 16. B, the original perimeter is 32 meters. The new perimeter is 64 meters. 32 times 2 equals 64. So the perimeter of the original figure is doubled. C, the original perimeter is 32 meters. The new perimeter is 48 meters. This is 1/2 times the original. 1/2 times 32 equals 48. D, the original perimeter is 32 meters. The new perimeter is 96 meters. This is 3 times the original. 3 times 32 equals 96. You don't have to do the math if you just look at the wording. If you need to replay it and cross out anything that's false or I shouldn't be doing, replay this. If not, just look at your words. Refer to the parallelogram below. Justify your answer. Number 3, suppose the side lengths are multiplied by 2. Describe the change in the perimeter. Okay, so you can sketch it out. Okay, and we're wanting the perimeter. What happens to the perimeter? That's what we're wanting to know. So if this is 14 and the side lengths are doubled, this would be 28. 14 times 2, because when we double it, it's times 2 equals 28. If this side is 12 times 2, you would get 24. Now then, you can add up the perimeter on this figure and add up the perimeter on this figure and see which answer is best. Remember, perimeter is add all sides. Okay? So find the perimeter, and then I'll read this and you can see which one best describes it. A, the perimeter of the new figure is 2 times greater. Perimeter of the original figure is 52 feet. Perimeter of the new figure is 104, equals 104. 2 times 52 feet equals 104. B, the perimeter of the new figure is 3 times greater. The perimeter of the original figure is 52 feet. Perimeter of the new figure equals 156 feet. 3 times 52 equals 156. C, the perimeter of the new figure is 4 times greater. The perimeter of the new figure is 52 feet. Perimeter of the new figure, 208 feet. 4 times 52 feet equals 208 feet. D, the perimeter would remain unchanged from its original value of 52 feet. So these two are actually, 2 and 3 are very similar. Okay, look at your wording. Number 4. I always like for you to underline, highlight, circle important information. To the nearest tenth, what is the circumference of the bicycle tire if the radius is 11 inches? And we're looking for circumference with a radius. So remember, the formula for circumference is C equals 2 pi r, because this has a radius. Use 3.14 for pi, and you multiply across. Number 5. Ben is making a scale drawing of his dining room. The dining room is 14 feet wide and 21 feet long. He makes the width of the scale drawing 4 inches. How long should the dining room be in the scale drawing? Okay, so I like to sketch things out. The dining room is 14 feet wide and 21 feet long. He makes the width of the scale 4 inches. So inches are smaller than feet, so the scale drawing is going to be 4 inches for the width. Okay, we want to know what's the length. How long should it be? So I'm going to take this figure. This is what I like to do, is keep my figures on each side. So we have 14 over 21. And I'm going to label this as the side and the bottom of figure 1. So now then on figure 2, which one's my side? Oh, I did that opposite. I caught myself. Oh, 14 was my bottom. That's my bottom. This is my right side. There we go. Bottom and right side. So bottom has to stay the same. Bottom, bottom. My right side is what I'm finding. But if you set it up different, that's fine. We should still come up with the same answer. It doesn't matter if 21 goes on top and 14 goes on bottom. It doesn't matter if it's 14 over 4 and then 21 over x. We're still going to get the same answer. There's multiple ways to set this one up, as long as you keep the sides corresponding with each other, or this figure and this figure, but you're still corresponding with the sides. Like I put my bottoms and then my right sides, and I do that so I don't get confused. So, and once you do that, it's nothing but you're solving for x, cross product. Okay. Number 6, determine the circumference of a bagel with a diameter. Okay, it's telling me what it is. It's giving me the diameter of 11.6 centimeters. Use 3.1 for pi. Round to the nearest tenth. So remember, circumference equals, when it's your diameter, it's pi times d. Determine the circumference of each circle. Use 3.14 for pi. Round to the nearest tenth if necessary. So again, round to the nearest tenth if necessary. And you have your formula already. So C equals pi times diameter. Number 8. Suppose you are making a scale drawing. Find the length of each object on the scale drawing with the given scale. There's a room that's 14 feet long, and then it's 1 inch to 6 feet. So 1 inch to 6 feet. Okay, what did it give me? It gave me feet. Where is my feet? It's on the bottom. So this is 14 feet, and I'm going to find how many inches. Okay, find x by cross multiplication. Number 9. On a map, 1 centimeter represents 4 kilometers. The distance between the library and the post office on the map is 2.2 centimeters. Rico rode his bicycle from the library to the post office and back. How far did he travel? Okay, remember he rode to the post office and back. All right. And the map says 1 centimeter represents 4 kilometers. So write down what you know. 1 centimeter equals 4 kilometers. Oh, I guess that's down there. Equals. The distance between the library and the post office is 2.2 centimeters. Line your centimeters up on the same level, 2.2 centimeters. We're finding for x. Okay, now remember, that's the distance between the library and post office. That's a one-way trip. This is one way. They want to know to the post office and back. So when you find x, multiply that by 2 to get the round trip to the post office and back. And your answer is going to be the round trip. Number 10. Triangle KJL is similar to triangle HGI. What is the length of HG? So I want to put an X, H to G is what I want to find out. Okay. So again, I want to work from rectangle or triangle to triangle. And you can do it multiple ways. Okay. So I would say left side is X, bottom is 4.5. My left side is 2.3 and your bottom is 3. Okay, and you can do cross product. Okay, you can also set it up if you want to do side to side. Okay, because that's just my kind of way I like. But if you wanted to do side to side, we can do figure 1, bottom. Make sure your angles, your figure is turned the correct way. Okay, and this one it is. So I can do my figure on my first figure, bottom side. So this is first bottom, the second bottom would be 3. And then the x would be my first side would be x, and my second side would be 2.5. And both ways will give you the same answer. Okay, it just depends on how you like to set it up. Okay. Number 11. Determine the circumference for each circle. Use 3.14 for pi, round to the nearest tenth. Okay. Circumference equals, and this is your radius, so remember, you have to determine which one you're going to use. Halfway across is your radius. So 2 times pi times r. Round to the nearest tenth. Number 12. On a scale drawing, 1/4 inch equals 1 foot. What are the dimensions of the scale drawing of a room that is 20 feet by 27 feet? First, I'm going to change my fraction to a decimal, 0.25. Okay, so 0.25 inches equals 1 foot. Go ahead and write your units because that helps keep you straight, inches to inches, feet to feet. And what are the dimensions of a scale drawing room that is 20 feet by 27 feet? So we're going to do 27, and we're going to find out what the inches would be. Then you can do over inches and use your 20 feet if you want. Okay? But you should be able to tell what the answer is when you solve just one problem. Number 13. Triangle UVW and triangle XYZ are similar. What is the length of VW? So I always like to find my VW is what I'm finding. There's my X. So I'm going to keep this figure number 1 together, and I'm going to do 40 over X. So I've got my side to my bottom. From my side to my bottom of this one would be 8 over 6. Both of my figures are turned the same way, so I make sure that everything lines up. There's my right angle, there's my right angle. So I know they're sitting up properly. So I kept this together, and I'm keeping this one together. And I label them so I don't get confused. And there's other ways to set this up, so don't think this is the only way. We should get the same answer. Find for X. Number 14. Ross made a scale drawing of his workshop as shown below. What is the actual width of his workshop? So the width right here equals 4 inches. Okay, and this is your key right here. 1 inch equals 10.8 feet. So 1 inch equals 10.8 feet. And it's listed in inches, and I want to find feet. This is 4 inches, so 4 goes there, and your X goes here. Number 15. The Linton family has a circular swimming pool. The radius of the pool is 15 feet. What is the circumference of the pool? Use 3.14 for pi. So Find your formula that uses radius. Number 16. On a map, 1 centimeter represents 3 kilometers. The actual distance between Jesse's home and the state capitol is 26 kilometers. What is the distance between these locations on the map? List what we know. 1 centimeter over 3 kilometers. So I know my centimeters is going to go on top, kilometers is on the bottom. And it gives us 26. So 26 is going to go right there. You're finding for x. Number 17. Rena made a scale drawing of her backyard. She used the scale of 1 inch to 8 inches. 1 inch to 8 feet, sorry. The actual backyard is, so I want my feet on the bottom and inches on top, 60 feet wide. Because I know my units are on the bottom of feet, you're going to put it there. How wide is the backyard in the scale drawing? Okay, number 18. Michael is driving from San Diego to San Francisco, a distance of 822 kilometers. He is using a map with a scale of 1 centimeter to 200 kilometers. What distance on the map represents the distance between the two cities? So you list what you know. And, list that. And now go fill in the blanks. It gives it right there. And then find x. Number 19. On a map, the scale is 1 inch to 125 miles. What is the actual distance between the two cities if the map distance is 4 inches? Okay, so fill in the blanks. 20. Juan is making biscuits. His biscuit cutter is a circle with a diameter of 3.5 inches. What is the circumference of one biscuit? Use 3.14 for pi. Round to the nearest whole number. Okay. Choose what formula you're going to use for the diameter. Number 21. On a scale drawing, the scale is 1/2 inch to 1 foot. I'm going to stop right there and put 0.5. Change it to a decimal. What are the dimensions on the scale drawing of a room that is 22 feet by 17 feet? So we know 0.5 inches to 1 foot. Put your units, and that will help you fill in the blanks. This is one of those that you got to find the measurement for both sides unless the answer gives it away. You're going to have to work it twice. And I think if you just work one, it'll give you the answer. Number 22. Triangle AEU has side lengths of 12, 18, 24 units. What are the possible side lengths of a triangle similar to the triangle AEU? So, I would draw my triangles, and it doesn't matter how you label them as long as you label them both the same direction. A, E, U. So, a similar triangle, A, E, So this is kind of a trial and error. So 12, 18, 24. And what you could do is put these in and set up your example and just try it until they fit. I would tell you I would try B, C, D. I'm going to eliminate one answer for you. B, C, D. Try those. Number 23. Suppose you are making a scale drawing. Find the length of each object on the scale drawing with the given scale. A tower 40 meters tall, centimeter is 0.8 centimeters to 1 meter. So go ahead and label. This always keeps me, it helps me out to how I'm going to label things. You know, the meters will go here and the centimeters will go on top. The tower is 40 meters tall. You want to find centimeters. So you can fill that in and solve for x. 24. The circumference of a round table is about 38 inches. What is the radius of the table? Okay, this one's a little different, but it's not hard. Circumference equals 2 times pi times r. That's your formula. Fill in the information that you know. The circumference is 38 inches. It gave us the circumference. Okay, 2 times 3.14. I'm going to make the stop green so you know it's multiplying. Times r. Now, what we're doing is solving a two-step equation for r. Multiply those two together. Okay, so that's going to come to this answer, and that's by r. And now it's a one-step equation. I need to get r by itself. How do you get r by itself? You do the opposite operation. So r is multiplying, so you have to do the opposite operation, which is to divide. So divide 2 times 3.14, whatever answer you got there, divide by that answer to get it off of r, and then you have to go and divide 38 by that answer, and then you will find r. If you have any questions, we'll be in our rooms in the morning.